This is Meenakshi Dilip Birari, working as assistant professor in chemistry at Maratha Vidya Prasarak Samaj, Nasik. Today we are going to start the next chapter from section 2nd, that is errors in quantitative analysis. In today's lecture we will learn about errors. While discussing the errors present in the set of analytical data, there are two aspects that must be considered. These are accuracy and precision. So, we will learn what is the difference between accuracy and precision. In this chapter, we have to study various topics like introduction to errors, the limitations of analytical methods, classification of errors, accuracy and precision. These are the two important aspects that must be considered while discussing the errors. Also, what are the different methods of minimization of errors? We will study significant figures and computation, the different methods which are used to express accuracy and precision, mean deviation, standard deviation, reliability of results, and the numericals based on these topics. So, we will study all these topics one by one. We know that every physical measurement is subject to certain degree of uncertainty, that at best it can only be decomposed to an appreciable level. The determination of the magnitude of this uncertainty is often difficult and requires additional effort, ingenuity, and good judgment on the part of the observer. In very accurate work, the uncertainty, it may be extremely small, but it is still present. So this uncertainty is called error. So a degree of uncertainty is associated with every measurement, and it is impossible to perform a chemical analysis which is totally free of errors or which is totally free of uncertainties. So, a knowledge of statistical analysis will be required as you perform experiments in the laboratory. We know that when we perform the experiments, we get the different set of readings, and each reading having some difference when compared with true value. So, the measured value and true value, it may be different. If we get the readings in volumetric analysis as 9.4, 9.5 and 9.8, so these readings may be correct or may be accurate but having extremely small amount of error. So such a type of the uncertainty which may be extremely small but it is still present, this uncertainty is called error. So it is impossible to perform a chemical analysis which is totally free of errors or totally free of uncertainty. And statistics are necessary to understand the significance of the data that are collected and therefore to set limitations on each step of the analysis. So measurements invariably involve errors and uncertainties, and it is impossible to perform a chemical analysis that is totally free of errors or uncertainties. We can only hope to minimize errors and estimate their size with acceptable accuracy. So errors can caused by faulty calibrations or standardizations or by random variations and uncertainties in results. Frequent calibrations, standardizations and analysis of known samples can sometimes be used to lessen all but the random errors and uncertainties. So this uncertainties is called an error. So this chapter is related to the consideration of the errors that can affect an analysis, also the methods for their recognition and techniques for estimating and reporting their magnitudes. So when we observe the actual term, that is error, what is the definition? The term has two slightly different meanings. First one, the error refers to the difference between a measured value and the true value. So there is a difference between the actual measured value and also the true value. Error often denotes the estimated uncertainty in a measurement. So the error is given by the equation, that is E is equal to O minus T, where E is absolute error, O observed value, and T it is true value. So it is the difference between observed value and true value. So the error, it is the difference between a measured value or observed value and the true value. Smaller the error, greater is the accuracy of an analysis. So errors are expressed in terms of percentage or in terms of parts per thousand, that is PPT. While discussing the errors present in the set of analytical data, there are two aspects that must be considered. The first of these is accuracy of the data. So what is accuracy? Accuracy relates to closeness of measurement to the accepted correct value. Accuracy, it is the degree of agreement between the measured value and the true value of the measurement. Accuracy is generally expressed in terms of relative error. Reliability of results depends upon accuracy of the data. So the first aspect of the error, that is accuracy, it can be defined as it is the degree of agreement between the measured value and the true value of the measurement. Or accuracy, it relates to the closeness of a measurement to the accepted correct value. It is generally expressed in terms of relative error. Accuracy describes the correctness of the measurement. Now what is about the second aspect of the error, which is precision. Precision is defined as the degree of agreement between replicate measurements of the same quantity or reproducibility of number of similar measurements under identical conditions. Precision is measured in terms of mean deviation or the relative mean deviation. Precision describes a reproducibility of the measurement. Accuracy and precision both are different terms. So what is accuracy? Accuracy, it describes the correctness of the measurement, and while precision, it describes the reproducibility of the measurement. To explain the definition difference between accuracy and precision, let us consider an example. Suppose in some volumetric analysis, a burette reading was obtained by 4 persons. These are person A, B, C and D. So these 4 persons are doing the volumetric analysis. They get the different readings. They reported the readings, and the repeated experiment by 4 persons gives the different readings. So we observe these readings in this figure. The expected value of the measurement, it was 17 ml, and this figure, it shows the diagrammatic representation of the values which are obtained by 4 persons. So the figure, from this we can get that person A, reported the observations. So here the first reading which is obtained by the person A, that is in between 16 and 17 ml, whereas these three readings, these are in between 18 and 19. So from this we can say that the person A has poor precision and poor accuracy, because the expected or the true value of the measurement, it was 17 ml. So here this value, it is near about 17, but these are 18, in between 18 and 19. So that person A has poor precision and poor accuracy. Second person, that is person B, reported the observations. These are all the four readings are in between 15 and 16. So that the person B is not accurate but having good precision. So that person B has good precision and poor accuracy. Person C reported their observations which are near about 17. So 4 readings which are less than 17 and more than 17. So when we observe these readings, we can say that the person C has good precision and good accuracy. Next to that, person D reported their observations. By observing that, we can say that person D has poor precision and good accuracy, because this reading, it is near about 17 and these readings are in between 16 to 17. So the person D has poor precision but good accuracy. Four persons are doing the volumetric analysis. So in volumetric analysis, the four persons A, B, C and D obtained different readings, different observations, and they repeated the experiment 4 times and noted the observations. So the expected or true value, it must be 17 ml. So by observing this figure, we can say that the person A has poor precision and poor accuracy, because the actual reading, it is 17 ml, and only one reading which is reported by person A, it is near about 17, and these three readings are more than 17, that is in between 18 and 19. So that the person A has poor precision and poor accuracy. Secondly, the person B reported the observations, and here these observations are less than 17. 4 readings which are given by the person B, these are less than 17. So person B has good precision but poor accuracy. So it is not accurate but having good precision. Next to that, person C, when we observe these readings, 4 readings, the actual reading, that is 17 ml, the true value which is observed here, and the remaining readings, these are also near about to 17 ml. So that person C has good precision and good accuracy. Person D having 4 readings in volumetric analysis. So by observing these data, we can say that person D has poor precision and good accuracy. So this reading, it is more than 17 ml. So the person D has poor precision and good accuracy. So precision should accompany accuracy as for person C, but high precision does not necessarily imply the accuracy as for person B. Good precision does not assure good accuracy. So this would be the case if there were a systematic error in the analysis. This error does not affect the precision, but it does affect the accuracy. Now let us see the another example which also explains the difference between accuracy and precision. In shooting arrows at a target, you can have accuracy and precision by getting all the arrows in the bull's eye, that is represented in the left figure. So in shooting arrows at a target, you can have the accuracy and precision by getting all the arrows in the bull's eye. Then you can have precision but not accuracy by having all the arrows miss the bull's eye by the same amount, that is represented by this middle figure. And the third one, you can also have accuracy but without precision by having all the arrows surrounding the bull's eye spread out over the area. So it is represented by this figure. So first one, that is accurate and precise. The second one, in that you can have the precision but not accuracy by having all the arrows miss the bull's eye by the same amount. So it is precise but not accurate. And the third one, you can also have the accuracy but without precision by having all the arrows surrounding the bull's eye spread over the area. So it is accurate but not precise. So precision should accompany accuracy, but high precision does not necessarily imply the accuracy. Good precision does not assure good accuracy. Accuracy relates to the closeness of a measurement to the accepted correct value. So it can be defined as the degree of agreement between the measured value and the true value of the measurement. Whereas the precision, it can be defined as the degree of agreement between replicate measurements of the same quantity or reproducibility of number of similar measurements under identical conditions. Accuracy and precision both are different. Accuracy describes the correctness of the measurements, while precision describes reproducibility of the measurement. In this example, notice that here the average position is the bull's eye, that is accuracy, but not one of the arrows actually hit the bull's eye, that is precision. Now, what is the difference between accuracy and precision? We have already studied both terms, what is the definition of accuracy and precision. With suitable example, we have studied the difference between accuracy and precision. While discussing the errors present in the set of analytical data, there are two aspects that must be considered. The first aspect, that is accuracy of the data, and the second aspect, that is precision of the data. So how we can distinguish these two terms, accuracy and precision? We know the definition of accuracy. Accuracy refers to the level of agreement between the actual measurement and the absolute measurement, while precision implies the level of variation that lies in the values of several measurements of the same factor. Accuracy represents how closely the results agree with the standard value. That means the accuracy describes the correctness of the measurement. Then precision represents how closely results agree with one another. So the precision describes reproducibility of the measurements. In accuracy, single factor or measurement can be considered, whereas in precision, multiple measurements or factors are needed. Accuracy, it is possible for a measurement to be accurate on occasion as a fluke. For measurement to be consistently accurate, it should also be precise. whereas precision in that results can be precise without being accurate. Alternatively, the results can be precise and accurate. Accuracy and precision are different. Accuracy describes the correctness of the measurement, while precision describes the reproducibility of the measurements. Accuracy can be expressed in terms of relative error, and the reliability of the result depends upon the accuracy of the data, whereas precision is measured in terms of mean deviation or the relative mean deviation. So in today's lecture we have studied introduction to errors and the aspects that are considered while discussing the errors. These are accuracy and precision, the difference between accuracy and precision with suitable example. Now in next lecture we will discuss the methods of expressing accuracy and precision. Thank you.